I'm coming in hot! Hey guys! What's up?
Alright, let's fix this.
Alright, that's good. Is that good?
Yes, that was good.
Recording. That's better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So, Rocketman.
Rocketman. I liked it.
I liked it. It's what Bohemian Rhapsody should have been, but it wasn't. And it still won an Oscar, which means Rocketman should win Oscars.
But it won't.
Because it came out in the summer.
If we're going more into depth, guess first we're going to talk about some of the people behind this film. So first we have our director, who's Dexter Fletcher, and Dexter Fletcher has directed another film, Eddie the Eagle, which Drew and I we actually enjoyed the film. It was pretty good. So yeah,
came out in 2016, I think.
Hey, 2016, 2015, something like that.
I think it was 2016. Who's right? I think it's me.
I think it is me.
I think it's me. I think it was 2016.
I think you're.
Because it came after Star Wars, and that was 2015. I think it came out in March of 2016.
2015.
Is that when it went into theaters or when it got?
Nope, that's when it was released.
Dude, it wasn't released in 2015.
Yep. 2015.
Hold on.
Oh shit! It was released in 2016. Interesting.
What, March?
It was released in February 2016.
March.
I feel like that was a lot for nothing. Yeah. Okay. So now getting into the cast. So we have Taron Egerton as a starring role as Elton John, Elton Hercules John.
And let me tell you, Taron Egerton, or Egerton, I think it's Egerton.
I don't even know, man.
Now we were just talking about him. He was also in Eddie the Eagle, right? And
Yeah.
Kingsman 2. I just want to say it's been a lot of fun watching this guy's career
Yeah.
slowly get better and better. And this is like one of the big things because Wes said this leaving the movie. Like, he's had this role as Eggsy from Kingsman. He was obviously Eddie the Eagle, but this movie, this is like his big break. Like,
Yeah.
like Taron Egerton is Elton John.
Yeah.
And like he
owns it.
He really owns it.
It's really incredible in the film. And then in terms of side roles, we also have Jamie Bell, who plays Elton John's writer, Bernie Taupin. And their friendship in the movie is really amazing. And they develop it so well.
I wanted a little bit more, honestly.
Yeah. Lastly, as a big character, is Richard Madden. He's from Game of Thrones. He plays John Reed, the longtime manager and boyfriend of Elton John for a lot of the film. And then the writer, just throwing it in there, is Lee Hall, who wrote the films Billy Elliot, which, interesting factoid, stars Jamie Bell, who's in the film, and also wrote War Horse, which is one of the movies, we were saying, one of the Spielberg movies from recently that I was like, okay.
This movie is so effective with its writing, and you can tell, like maybe the dialogue isn't the most interesting, right? But like, it's nothing. It's not too quotable of a movie, but it's really effective and it's really efficient, and it tells a lot of story in a few lines, and I respect that.
Yeah, I think what was really interesting, I want to know the person that just, because there had to be someone that figured out what songs to pull from Elton John's career and use them as different pieces in the musical, because it all works so well. And I was listening to Beyond the Yellow Brick Road, the original and the new one, and they actually rework parts of the lyrics so it fits more in the movie. And I'm like, that's so much work, but they do it so well to where every beat works, and every time they bring a song into the movie and it goes into a musical, it feels justified, and it just gives you chills.
I think a perfect example of this would be Elton John. He's playing his first concert in America. They announce him, and he gets like a few pity claps, like.
Yeah, nobody knows who he is.
And so he starts playing Crocodile Rock. And it starts out when it's like fun, it's Crocodile Rock. But then I'll insert the clip. But it just it turns into this fantasy where people start,
floating in the air.
Everyone's just floating in the air, and it just like shows so much like everybody's into it. He's doing like. Like he is killing
They
it.
just really make it a magical moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Like he's a magician conducting the audience, and they're all along for the ride.
Yes.
It's great. I will just say.
I think that's one of the most powerful aspects of the movie is that they use the medium of a musical to tell the story so beautifully, and they don't hold back, and that's what we like. The biggest difference between this and Bohemian Rhapsody is that you could feel somebody holding back in Bohemian Rhapsody. First and foremost, Bohemian Rhapsody's PG-13. This just went for it. It went R. It didn't hold back in that because just like Freddie Mercury and Elton John did not live PG-13 lives. They did not, and it doesn't deserve to be represented as that if they're going to tell their stories. And if they're going to be brought to film, I think this is definitely the way they should have done it. And it's shown when they bring it into the musical, and these songs are brought in, and you have these... it is a full-on musical, so if that's not what you're into, just be warned, because it's amazing, though. They have these beautiful set pieces and all this choreography. And, again, I can't credit him enough, but the star of it all, Taron Egerton, just... blew me away with what his capacity was for singing and everything. When they play Rocketman, it almost moved me to tears because the scene they use it is so impactful and the cinematography is so gorgeous in that scene. It seriously was just such a good movie.
See this movie. It's worth it, and it's worth even seeing twice because like you don't need to see it.
We
don't
need to love
it
it more.
You love it more. It gets better. Every time you watch it, it just gets better and better.
I mean, I know we're probably going to see it a third time at the least.
I will.
At the least.
So. It has good reviews so far. It's done very well. It takes in 25 million opening weekend. That's pretty solid. Reviews are pretty good too. IMDb gives it a 7.7.
That's good. It's solid for IMDb.
I think I'm a little disappointed in that because Bohemian Rhapsody is an 8.3.
Yeah, but people suck.
So I mean that's half a point, and I think this movie is way better. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 91%. Totally agree. Metacritic 71%, which is pretty good for Metacritic.
And what do we give it? Audience, you're asking?
I give it a 9.
I also give it a 9. You can tell because I said also, which means it's the same score. But yeah, I think it's a 9. I really love this film.
Definitely a buy it on 4K.
Really love this film.
Hopefully it's on 4K. If it's on 4K, I buy it. I buy it on whatever the best quality is.
Also, you Watch Mojo. I'm gonna do this rant one more time. I watched their stupid video about top 5 facts and top 10 false things in the movie, and they were like, one of the false things is that the songs are inaccurate to when he wrote it. This song was... I'm like, no! He didn't write Saturday Night's Alright for Fighting when he's 10! You think I'm stupid? It's motivation to tell the story in the best way they can. You don't worry about the inaccuracies.
We're gonna cut this off before he keeps...
You don't worry about the inaccuracies like, buddy.